Well, this is a good shot of her in the forest or in between trees. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another video. And today is April 2nd, the day I'm recording this video. And check it out. We got snow on the ground. Although, unfortunately, the big girl was detailed and waxed the other day, which I would say is last week, but it already got it dirty again. I would say starting Wednesday night. And then, of course, Thursday and Friday with the rain. So it's going to get even dirtier in the snow today. But it's okay. I'll give her another cleanup next month. So without further ado, let's get on the road. Alright, so here was my dilemma last night. I was expecting the weather forecast to be wrong when they had announced that there was going to be some snow, because the last few times when they said it was going to snow for like 8 or 9 inches of snow, it didn't happen the last couple of times. So I was like, it's not going to snow the next day. Next thing you know, it is snowing, but it's still not enough for me to enjoy the truck in. But hey, at least it's snow. Even though this is spring right now, I guess it'll be like a long winter and then like a short spring, which I don't mind actually. I just can't take the allergy season. I don't know about you guys, but I just love seeing the snow on the road, even if it's just a little bit. And obviously more snow would be more appreciated just to go for a nice ride in the truck. But even with less snow coming down today, this scenery looks pretty good actually, with all the trees and the branches. And then of course she's doing well over here too. Currently got over 24,000 miles. Alright, let's go ahead and make our turn. But yeah, nice scenery. Alright guys, so today is actually a different day and we're right by the lake, or by the pond I should say, because I'm not like directly close to the ocean. But what I want to do in this video is discuss and demonstrate how the four-wheel drive system operates within the Chevy Colorado, because the four-wheel drive system that is built into this truck operates differently compared to what you would normally experience in a car or an SUV that has the four-wheel drive capability, because some of those setups you don't have the little dial that you would have over here in this truck where you can control which mode you're in. And some vehicles out there that has this dial switch will also have automatic mode as well. Now that being said, the way that these work in this truck is a little different, as I said in previous videos, compared to like a car or an SUV, because with cars or SUVs, most of the time you wouldn't have a dial switch like that, and the system basically kicks in automatically when it detects slippage or that you need more traction. This, however, you have to control it manually, and it's going to stay in that mode until you switch it. And I will say there are some interesting discoveries that I have witnessed while using this setup compared to other vehicles I've driven with the four-wheel drive capability. Some having to do with making a special noise whenever turning, especially if you're driving on drier pavement. But also in regards to like how it reacts when you're basically driving on like snowy conditions. So I do have an old video that I had saved for a while, and I'm basically going to throw those clips in there. And it's also going to discuss, what I've witnessed and how I feel the system works within this truck, because it is different compared to what you would find in a car, in an SUV with four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. Let's go ahead and roll it. Alright, so let me actually go ahead and start the truck up and demonstrate the four-wheel drive controls. Okay, so the truck is on, and if we take a look over here, so as you can see, it is set up on rear wheel drive right now, and you can kind of see it right there, but there was the light indicating which mode it's in. And as you can tell, I have the door open currently, like so. And with the door open, when you change the modes, you can actually hear the transfer case making the adjustment. So if I wanted to switch to four-wheel drive high, like so, listen. All right, and that's with the door open. Now let me go ahead and try to point it towards the door opening and try to switch it back. See, it changes again. And also, say if you were to, just needed to shut off the flash there, say if you were to close the door shut like so, and then you try to switch it, you can hear it a little bit with all the doors shut, but you'll also get a little pop-up message on your instrument cluster right here. So if I were to switch the mode to four-wheel drive high, you can hear it change, and it says four-wheel drive shift in progress. And if you switch it back or switch again, it shows up again. So let's go ahead and get on the road to see how this thing drives. Okay, so here we are in rear wheel drive, and let's go ahead and make this turn over here. So we're going to turn right. And as you can see, in this kind of condition, pretty much if you were driving a sedan or an SUV, whatever car it may be, either in front wheel drive or rear wheel drive, when you're turning, I don't think that you're going to hear a big difference unless you were in the truck where you have the capability of adjusting which mode you want to be in, whether that was four-wheel drive, rear wheel drive. Well, here we are driving in, I would say, maybe moderate snow conditions on the road over here. We're getting up to a main road over here, but I want to try to keep driving in residential areas just to give you guys a glimpse on how each mode operates. So we're actually going to go straight here, and as you can see, with rear wheel drive, just trying to step on the throttle, the back tires are definitely spinning, and I have traction control currently on right now. So let's go ahead and actually pull over here, and they did say you could adjust the mode while the vehicle is in motion. That's mostly for like when you're rear wheel drive and trying to switch to four wheel drive high, or if you're trying to switch back to rear wheel drive, but never four wheel drive low. But I always recommend that you change the mode whenever you come to a complete stop. And if you can be on the safe side, just put your truck in park and change it. So you can see the light blinks over here. Four-wheel drive shift in progress. Now I'm in four-wheel drive high. Let's go ahead and keep going here. So as you can see, the traction is much better right now, even with the all-season tires, because I don't have winter tires currently on this truck right now. But as you can see, traction is a lot better right here. Wow, good thing I noticed the stop sign right there. And it's all covered in snow. Look at that. But yeah, traction is so much better with four-wheel drive, obviously. Now, I did slide a little bit just now, just from making that turn a little bit too fast, but the traction is a lot better, obviously, when you have your vehicle in the four-wheel drive mode. And let's go ahead and turn out of here. ABS just kicked in. And look at that, flashing lights over there. The ambulance must be there. All right. And as you can see, that turn from just that amount of snow, which is not a lot, you're able to get better traction with four-wheel drive in snowy conditions like this. So that's why, like, it's always a neat feature to have no matter which vehicle you're operating. So let me actually go ahead and make a turn over here. So as you can see, in road conditions like this, if you were in rear-wheel drive, you're going to be spinning the back end of the truck, or I shouldn't say spinning, like skidding at least. And not only that, when you're trying to come to a complete stop and you're like slamming the brakes, you know, your ABS is going to kick in. I wasn't slamming my brakes obviously just now, but obviously that was still a little bit too much pressure for conditions like this, and that's when the ABS has to kick in to help me stop faster. So as you can see, little snow like this, rear-wheel drive, your tires would just keep spinning if you were to keep stepping on the throttle. It also depends on the amount that's on there, because you might be able to get away with it, but the traction is a lot better when you have four-wheel drive. Of course, there's myths about, hey, you know, this is four-wheel drive actually required. Some people have different viewpoints of that, but I'd say no matter what, no matter which vehicle you have, if you can get four-wheel drive, make sure you get it, especially if you live over here in the East Coast and in the northern part. Now, just making a turn right there, I did hear a little bit of noise, but you wouldn't hear that much unless you were driving on dry pavement in four-wheel drive. Let me see if I can actually replicate that noise over here. All right. So I'm not able to do it in this case because I'm not on dry pavement, but I guarantee you, like, if you are trying to drive this in four-wheel drive high on a local road, or like any road in general in four-wheel drive high, you're definitely going to be hearing some sort of noise every time you turn. And not only that, your truck could possibly come to a complete stop unless you keep giving it some gas, which is not good for your transfer case. Oh, look at that. We got a lifted, I think it's a lifted Duramax, but the tires are wide. That's pretty neat. You do not want to be driving in four-wheel drive in like sunny conditions where the road is perfect. Those kind of conditions you want to be driving in rear-wheel drive, because not only is it better for the fuel economy, but also so that way you don't ruin your transfer case. But that's what I've heard, and I definitely want this truck to last for a long time, so I'm definitely not going to do anything like that, that's for sure. Although I did do it one time by accident because I didn't know that you know, when you're changing the modes, you have to make sure the truck is on. Otherwise, if not, it's just going to stay in the exact mode that it was left on before. And if you want to change it, you got to switch the dial back to how it was originally set, and then switch it back so it can take it the new change just like that. That's when I noticed a big difference, because on the dial switch itself, if that little light is kind of dark, that means it's not currently operating in that particular mode. If it's nice, bright, orange, or amber, then that means it's currently on that mode right now. And then when you switch it back, it's also going to change that light as well. Alright guys, and that's basically how this system operates within the 2016 Chevy Colorado. What do you guys think of it? Do you guys prefer this setup over what you would have in your standalone car or SUV with the four-wheel drive capability? I'm curious to see what you guys have to say in the comments down below. And if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to drop them in there as well. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, rate, comment. Also check out the description below for my social media links, Twitter, Instagram. And if you want to see more pictures of this baby right here, definitely follow me on Twitter and Instagram, because I am posting pictures of her through there as well whenever I'm not making videos on YouTube. Thank you. Have a good day.